What's up, Boom fans? Okay, here we are again. The new DV8 release, the Chill. Chill. All right, so another symmetrical solid by DV8. I think the last symmetrical solid they drilled was the Verge solid, the orange one, the people call the creamsicle or whatever. That ball read really early, stored energy pretty good, but it was definitely a hook and symmetrical, very aggressive cover. And then they come out with another solid, and I thought, man, what are we going to do with another solid sim with similar numbers? Well, here's the deal. Different cover, and this one stores energy a lot better and is a little weaker than the original Verge solid. Or did I say the original Verge solid? The Verge solid, the orange creamsicle solid. And it definitely is more angular down lane than the Verge solid. So I did get a chance to use it plenty. I actually ended up using it on my last night of singles league in Louisiana before I moved over here to Florida. And I went through a bowl on some lanes that had some carry down, and believe it or not, this was the only ball I had that seemed to want to go through the pins on that pair. So I ended up using it. Started out with like front 6 or front 7. I ended up winning my match with it. Since then, I've been constantly wanting to pull this ball out. The shape it gives me is really good. So we'll get a chance to look at it. We'll give this ball a look, and we'll throw some shots with it and talk a little bit more about what we're doing with it. All right, so as far as the layout goes, we went with 45 by 4 by 30. Okay, that's the layout on the ball. And yeah, so if you haven't already liked and subscribed, do that, please. Share it, get some other people to follow the channel. Like I said, I was off the YouTube there for a little while trying to get moved over here, and still working on opening up the shop, but I'm gonna try to get this content out to you guys and give you a better idea of what balls you should purchase for your game style. So as soon as we can get that, let's go. All right, let's throw some shots.
Okay, DV8 Chill. Been kind of looking forward to doing this one. So they came out with this ball. There wasn't a lot of hype going into it, and I mean, obviously I was going to drill it, but I wasn't too excited. And then it comes at 500, then 1500, then 3000 micropad finish, and I didn't change the surface at all. 3000 is not too bad for me. I gave you a little bit of snow for the chill on the strike. I think I did that a few times. Bear with me. I got a corny sense of humor. Anyway, I wasn't too excited about the ball. I threw it straight out of the box, and the first few shots I wasn't too impressed. Not to talk bad about the ball, I mean, it just wasn't too impressed the first few shots, and then I kind of kept it in my bag a little bit, and then I had an opportunity to use it a couple more times, and once I got a little bit of lane sheen, a little bit of shine on the ball, it came to life. Like, it was, that ball, it goes everywhere in my bag. It's one of the first ones I pull out if I'm not sure what I'm going to deal with. I mean, I guess by definition you kind of call that a benchmark ball. It's kind of in the middle for me. I know they talked a lot about the Verge solid, the creamsicle solid Verge being a benchmark ball, which I don't disagree with that, except for it's a little strong and it reads the lane a little early for me. Can't speak for everybody, but for me. So with this one, it's more middle and smooth, and I can really kind of see what it's doing. So this is a ball I pull out if I'm not sure what I'm bowling on. So good shot there. It's more snow. But if I'm not sure what I'm going to bowl on, I pull this ball out, I see how it reacts, and then I go from there. So for me, this is one of my favorite benchmark pieces, like as far as benchmark parts goes. So I'm loving it. And I remember I think I mentioned it in the earlier part of the video where I had nothing would go through the pins, and I pulled this ball out. And this is why I was still unsure of it, but I figured I had nothing to lose. And this was the only one that would go through the pins, and it's a solid, I mean, it's got so much pop. It is more angular. I said more angular than the Verge solid, the creamsicle solid, but that doesn't mean it's angular. It means it's, what I mean by that is it's definitely more on the back end. So more of the motion is on the back end of this ball versus the Verge Solid. So if you're curious about, well, what's the difference between this one and the Verge Solid, that's it. You're gonna get a lot more back end motion versus the Verge Solid is even earlier than this ball, and you don't count as much on the back end as you do on this one. So this is one of the more impressive symmetrical solids I've seen this year so far. The symmetrical hybrid, the Troublemaker, was really good. I would say this ball is pretty comparable to the Troublemaker as far as overall hook and shape. It's a little stronger than the new Crypto Boom earlier, and overall maybe a couple boards stronger than the new Crypto Boom. I would say this ball would be good for almost anybody as far as just being a ball in the middle that you can pull out early on. But you can see here I struck a lot with it. I didn't have to do a lot of editing, figuring out where to get the best look of the ball. I just threw it and struck a lot. I mean, basically when I didn't strike it's because I threw it terrible. So got one there. I got a little soft on it, read a little early, still got the 9 out. But yeah, so this ball here's got the Diva 2.0 core. It's purple and light blue. It's a good looking ball. Kind of reminds me of the One Remix, but it's a good looking ball. Solid. I told you the finish already is it finishes at 3,000. The specs on this ball, 2.49. Goodness sakes, that is small. 2.49 for the RG 0.051 for the differential. So you know, it's got that same core as that Diva 2.0. It's got it rated similar to the Diva, but it's definitely stronger than the Diva. It may be due just to the cover alone. The Diva came shiny and the Chill comes 3,000. I don't know. I think it's a little bit stronger than that. It's a hair weaker than the Troublemaker, but that's about it. Alright, so hope you enjoyed. Great ball. Let's get it drilled.
Alright, there you have it. You got the DV8 Chill right in the middle of the summer. Time to chill. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're subscribed, and if you're not, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you very much. And don't forget, I'm located over in Vero Beach, Florida now, in the inside Vero Bowl. And if you're anywhere near me, come see me. Alright, until the next one, boom out.